What is going on, guys? This is another episode of Shoot Your Shot. I'm your host, Napoleon Anicetti.
Valiant Rouser, baby.
Alex Anicetti.
And today, guys, we have a very special guest. Why are you laughing at you? Wait, guys, stop.
My bad.
We have a very special guest here. Our brother from another mother.
Ooh.
The man we've known and I played football with since I was 8 years old. Him just running over everybody. The owner and CEO of BGR8, Mr. Willie White here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Happy to be here, boys.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Been a long time in the making.
Yeah. So
Right,
let me
right.
just catch everybody up on how long we've known each other. I've known Willie White since, like I said, I was about 8 years old. I think you were maybe just a year old. We were like probably 9 by then.
Yeah.
And we were on a Pop Warner football team.
Yep.
Bandits.
And there was this little chunky kid.
Here we go. He's already started.
There was this little chunky kid who was moving.
That can move, boy.
Bro, I'm talking about
the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Jerome Bettis type?
Bro.
Yes.
Bro, but on defense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like the Ray Lewis of the Pop Warner League of our time. You know what I mean? And like,
Dog.
That's how I met this dude. And then ended up going to Gorman together. Best friends ever since.
Hey, didn't you
Facts.
hurt him on the practice field one time by there's a scar? Something that he
You had to
hurt
bring that up. You know he's
We'll-
super sensitive about
We'll
that.
bring that up.
You are to this
Do
day.
you want to tell your story?
It's fine.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's talk about what's coming up right now for
my bad.
for the football culture. Let's talk about 7-on-7s going on. Once football season. So we know season's coming to an end here. Most people have already played their state championships. Most teams.
We're done, yeah.
Yeah,
State
it's over.
finished,
It's
a week
over.
ago? Last week, yep.
So the next thing is 7-on-7. Let's talk about that. Tell us about what you've done on 7-on-7. Kind of what you like about it, the culture behind it. Talk a little bit about that.
So, yeah, with sevens, you know, when I first moved back from Reno, I was from DeMonte Ranch High School. We were super successful. That's when I was first introduced to sevens. We were going over to Sacramento a lot, playing in these tournaments. And it was like, at the time for me, it was like I was seeing guys like Najee Harris, who plays for the Steelers, some other like big name guys. And it was all these kids from different high schools playing on one team. It was like club football.
It's a club football.
It's a club football situation.
So
At
is
the
it two-hand touch?
It is. It's some tournaments. Every tournament has different rules.
Okay.
So some are one-hand touch, some are two-hand touch, some you can't dive at all, some you can.
Yeah.
So it's no pads though. The kids sometimes have to wear a soft shell helmet.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is
They
completely
get physical.
It can get physical. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. It
Oh,
can
really?
It can get
I bet.
physical. Yeah. Absolutely. But at the same time, there's pros and cons for it on both sides. I
Really?
think it's growing drastically. Like I said, I think it really started hitting, I would say, the football scene in probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
Like it really started making a move. And the amount of money and energy and the platform that it has now is honestly insane. I think NFL Network had hosted or filmed a 7-on-7 live last summer. So it is blowing up. It is exploding. But for me personally, it is getting just a little bit out of control.
Why?
But
What do you mean by that?
there's just pros and cons to everything. It's getting to where it's not necessarily about football anymore. It is more of like about a spectrum. It's about marketing. It's athlete marketing.
Like a show?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Show?
It is. It's about
You're
entertainment.
showcasing
100%.
certain athletes.
100%. It's about entertainment. And then when I came home, wanted to start my own like little club situation, 7-on-7. First things first, I come home in like January. That's right when the season starts.
Yeah.
Have a meeting with someone. He's like, "Yo," I'm like, "Hey," because he used to host a team out here called. He was a part of a team here called All American Pride, who was one of the top teams out here when 7-on-7 first started.
Okay.
They were tough. A lot of Liberty kids and Arbor kids. They were really good. I'm like, "Hey man, like, how did you start it? Like, what's the process?" And he pretty much told me not to do it. It's too late, and you know me very well, so I immediately went to the. Yeah, I immediately called someone and said, "I'm going to do it right now." We were absolutely terrible my first year.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, awful. I think we won like 3 games. We did get better, but
3 out of how many games?
I mean, we played in like 5 tournaments.
So how many games is that?
I mean, I would say like we played at least like 25 games. Won 3.
That's a tough season.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
tough. Yeah.
It's hard to keep people like, hey, like, does this guy know what he's doing? I'm over here like, yo, I know it. I'm coming from Reno with like a really good resume. Like,
Right.
I'm this good coach, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Sorry, every coach has that
Shit.
little moment in their
Yeah,
career.
yeah.
Where
I mean,
they're
and
like,
it's just-
do I know what the fuck I'm doing?
Well, there's just so many levels to it as far as, you guys know, with doing the registration for the kids,
Right,
making
right.
sure it's paid for, making sure everyone signs their waivers, and getting jerseys, and it was a lot,
Right.
But yeah, and I am super proud of where we did. I think we had 6 seasons. COVID was crazy because there was no football in Nevada.
Yeah.
So we were really busy during COVID because there were
So that
tournaments
probably
going
even, I was
on.
about to say, that probably even
Yeah.
made it blow up even bigger.
It did, especially in Nevada, gave the kids the opportunity to compete a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
So are kids getting recruited from 7-on-7?
not necessarily. So when it goes to the recruitment for sevens, first of all, it's all about the tournaments that you're going to, right? It's really about, so no college coaches are pulling up the tournaments. None. I don't even think it's legal if their kid plays for 7-on-7. I don't even think they can go and watch. It's just, unless it's a certain time period with the recruiting stuff. And if they are, they can't be like mingling with athletes. And also football coaches really don't, they want to watch film. They want to see you play football. They're not going to give you all this money to go play 7-on-7. They're going to give you money to play tackle football.
Right.
So, but there are top reporters out at these tournaments. Guys like Brandon Huffman, guys like Blair Angelo, Greg Biggins. And when they go and they watch you make some plays, maybe possibly win a tournament, then it's like, hey, coach, like who's on your roster? Who you got?
Right.
Obviously, if you just won this big tournament, you got some guys and they're physically watching. So you make a big play in front of Brandon. Next thing you know, he's writing an article about you. That could change your
and then
life.
they're looking up your film for football, for your tackle football, your high school,
Exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah, it can change your life. Like, all right, he has the measurements. He's done this right. I'm watching him make plays. He's a freak athlete. He's a 3-star athlete now. He's a 4-star athlete now. And all of a sudden, everything can...
Game changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think that, because we've talked about this before, how, basically all sports have turned into year-round. And, like, there's youth kids now, or I don't know if it happens in high school much, but I know for sure in middle school and below that there's year-round tackle football. Like, what do you think about that?
I think that is one positive about 7-on-7, that it gets away from the tackle. So even, like, in youth, because they're 7-on-7 from about 8U all the way up, like, in the spring, they should not be playing tackle. That is one positive thing about 7-on-7 is in the spring, it's a way to still get reps. And now there's like 5-on-5 for linemen. It's all like pass sets, and there's something for them to do in the spring too. No pads.
Yeah.
It's like pass sets, get to the bag type deal.
Oh,
It's called 5-on-5. So they have some for the
keeps
big boys.
contact off their bodies and keeps them healthy, or what?
100%. Keeps the contact off their bodies, keeps them in their systems. A lot of high schools will do it in the spring too. So, you build a little chemistry with your high school team. You go play. Most of the time they get slaughtered because they're playing against all-star teams.
Yeah.
A lot of times they compete because they have more chemistry than these all-star teams.
Right.
So, but I mean, there's definitely pros and cons. I mean, I'm proud of what we did with it. But I think 2 years ago we were ranked top 10 in the country for a little bit.
Yeah.
Really good group. And then last year we cracked top 15 for a second, and then, things happen.
Yeah,
It's always
yeah.
fast-paced and moving. But yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to jump on this podcast today is to kind of tell everyone that I'm actually getting out of the 7-on-7 world.
Okay.
Yeah, last year was my last tournament, which guys have kind of known. I went from having 6 teams, only one, and slowing down a little bit, but there's just other aspects of Be Great and other aspects of athletic development that I want to focus more on.
Right, right.
I do still think it's positive. It can be positive.
Right.
I do think there are some things that need to be controlled a little bit more in it, like anything. But yeah, I've decided to take a step back and in the spring focus more on recruiting and training.
Yeah.
All this time I'm traveling doing these tournaments with and to be honest with you, like for me too, it's an ego thing. I want to compete. Right. I want to go win.
Right.
I want to and compete against these guys. But it's getting harder to compete when you have teams, especially with NIL now, that can literally pay players to play. Right? Like there's teams out there that are buying my players, quite frankly, too. Not my, but Be Great guys that would play for me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're going to pay you $100 a game. If you win a championship, play 8 games. That's $800 the weekend. This kid's 16, 17 years old. I'm asking for $50 for a tournament fee. You know what I'm saying? So, so why would you, I'm looking at you like, go make your bread. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But if I see you, I'm going to pick on you, too. I know all your flaws, too. So if we see you in the, we're going to get you, but go make your money. But it's just becoming more of a poach thing. I wouldn't say it's wrong because isn't that where college football is going now? So it's almost like an arms race. You know what I mean?
Well, we can kind of talk about that right now.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that a little later, but now since we're there already, what do you think about NIL deals?
Positive, negative.
I think there's I think there's pros and cons, just like anything else.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Wow weighs more though.
I wish. Are you more of a for the NIL or the not for the NIL?
If it would have happened 15 years ago, it would have been sick.
Yeah, because we could have got. That's what I'm saying. Like, where was this type of thinking 15 years ago? But no, I think here's my idea about it. I think if colleges are buying players, like, yo, come here, I'm gonna pay you this to come here. I don't necessarily agree with that because they haven't even played for you yet. You don't know how it's gonna pan out. They might get there and hate it there and leave. So I don't know. And then I know there's already the contracts and stuff. I think it's dope. Like, yo, and I've had some experience negotiating some NIL, but hey, come here, maybe give you a little chunk of change, right?
Yeah.
But then earn your way on the field, and we have different type of incentives, boosters, investors that will pay you, or go make plays and you can market yourself, get an agent, whatever.
Right.
You know, so I think there's pros and cons to it, but it does need to be regulated a little bit, and it will. It's pretty new.
I was about to say, I think it's so new still that right now, like, what it seems like it's just kind of the Wild Wild West. And
yeah, like there's dope deals. So for example, I don't know how much I can really like throw out there, but like in one of the universities one of my athletes goes to, he gets all the players, not just him, they get a brand new truck if they sign.
Yep.
Now there's regulations though. You don't
That's
just get to
sick.
cruise it
Give me a
wherever.
fucking
Yeah.
truck,
No,
bro.
brand new.
That's sick.
Brand
Sign
new
me
truck.
up. Give me a truck.
Yeah, I fly out
I'll go to college right now.
Yeah, I fly out to train him. I'm sure this is all public. This is David. You guys know David.
Yeah.
I fly out to train him in Utah, and I'm thinking he's gonna pick me up in his little Mazda he
Right.
had in high school. Homie pulls up in a Dodge Ram.
That's what I'm talking
fishing
about, though.
pole in the back. I'm like, okay, my
Chill.
boy. You know, but they regulate. They can't go over the speed limit. There's like a thing, and you can't leave Utah with it. So
like
it's not you hear
regulated.
all this stuff. Yes, it is.
little
It's
bit.
very regulated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
I like that, bro, because I think that college sports isn't really how it used to be 30 years ago. You know what I mean? I think now it's so much more of a business than ever before that I think if you are a D1 athlete, like that's damn near, like especially for, like I always tell people, especially for wrestling, like, that is our pros.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? And then
For sure.
and then for guys like, like we want, all the Reggie Bushes, the Johnny Manziels, all those type of guys who make their universities,
yes,
Millions.
yes,
hundreds of millions.
for sure.
Like I definitely think, and then like, and my whole thing is like, all right, this guy's balling this year, and now what if he gets hurt and he doesn't get to play in the pros?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like that for me, I'm always on the like pro side of the guys because I'm like, man, make your money while you can because you're the less than 1%. As a 18-year-old kid. You know what I mean?
The only thing I don't like about it is the loyalty.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Right.
Everything else, I'm down. Let's go. Let's make that bread. You guys deserve it. We've been working our asses off our whole lives to fucking get to this position. This is what it's about, is making money and playing the game that we love, or wrestling or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But when we were in college, when you signed to a college, you commit.
You're locked in.
5 years.
You're locked in.
You're locked in. There's no
Yeah.
transfer. There's no such thing as transferring.
Yeah.
Now it's like you wrestle a year, you do pretty well, and you have 9 freaking colleges on your door saying, "Hey, how much are they paying you? Hey, we can give you 300,000-400,000 more. Why don't you just come play with us?"
And look, man,
And
for
now it's
wrestlers, I
like-
love it, man. For wrestlers, I love it, baby. You know what I mean?
I
Go-
mean, I'm
I
not
love
saying
it
I
for
don't
my
love
guys.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, imagine being the college coach that's trying to build the team, but you don't have the money for it.
I know, but
Yeah.
see, look, here's the flip side, right? Here's the flip side. Like, I'm balling. I got the opportunity to now go wrestle at a Big Ten school. You know what I mean? Which we all know, wrestling at like a Hawkeye type of atmosphere is a whole nother world.
That's what you dream about.
You know what I mean? Like, and like before, like you were saying,
That's a
before you used to have to get
once-in-a-lifetime
the AD
feeling, too.
to sign off, the head coach had to sign off. If not, you're ineligible. So like I kind of like that. At least gives like them the opportunity if they, because there's always that little jump, especially in the Big Tens in wrestling.
It does put more money in the sport too, though.
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
think
so,
about
too.
it, because let's say Iowa, they're paying these guys, and then you got Okie State, and it's like, oh shit, we need to raise more money.
Period.
Yeah.
So now all the
100%.
colleges are making just that much more money
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
just so they can pay these athletes.
Yeah.
So
but
if
if you
it-
want more money, these boosters like you better win. So what do we need to win? You know what I
Right.
We
mean?
need better athletes.
Yeah, we need better athletes. So it kind of comes hand in hand. I think there's situations right now where college players are making more than the coaches. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna knock them making their money. And one thing I say about them getting paid now, I do like, is back in the day, it's like, oh, we're gonna get you a bachelor's degree. Like we're paying for your education,
Right.
get your bachelor's degree.
Right.
And I'm not a bachelor's degree and any degree is super important. Any education is super important, but I would just say nowadays it is not as important as it was 30 years ago. You can make a living, you can make money without a degree now. So it's not as important. Like,
yeah,
I want
they don't have as much leverage with that.
Yeah, I want my money now.
They don't have as much leverage with that.
Yeah, you know, it was terrible when we played because like they couldn't feed us, they could do nothing. Anytime, homie could be like, yo, hey, the pizza, hey man, you want pizza, bro? Like, not any of that's illegal. So
no dinner at the house.
Yeah, like,
no nothing.
What? But I'm out here playing in front of 110,000 people. You know,
right.
And here I am eating top ramen.
And you get to eat steak.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Right. So let me ask you this now, Willie. Now, it's crazy that you never ever wrestled.
Never.
Growing up with us, literally our whole lives, and you never wrestled.
Never.
Do you ever think what that would have been like?
I think, first of all, I would have been an absolute animal at wrestling.
I think so too. I think so too.
For sure.
Man.
Kill it.
Bro,
Right. I think so
hammer.
too.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you wrestle?
It was one of those things that I wasn't
Pride.
really. No, it wasn't that.
I didn't want to get my
Well, you
ass
see
beat.
us, what we had to go through. Is it
That
that?
had a little bit. Your dad was, I'd be spending the night, and I'll never forget this, bro. We're leaving a tournament. It was one of my first times going to one of your tournaments, and you guys didn't even wrestle bad. Actually, maybe we were watching Papa's first tournament. Their little brother is at Tiffin College right now. Maybe we're watching his first tournament, but we're about to leave. We're not close to the house. And Dad's like, "Hey man, you boys just start running a little bit. I'll come pick you up. Get a little jogging.
Yeah.
We got a tournament tomorrow. They're like, all right. I'm like, I guess I'll run with you guys a little bit, bro. Like 5 miles later, we're getting picked up. I'm like, I don't know if I'm built for this.
Bro, we're running.
He honked by us. I'm like, yo, Dad, Pops,
We're here.
Your dad passed us.
But we literally run to the next light. Like, is he?
You gonna stop,
Nope. All right,
bro.
guess we gotta
No,
keep
just
going.
keep going, I
Bro,
guess.
straight down Boulder Highway. That
That's
shit was
hilarious.
wild. So, but that had nothing to do with just like my family and my culture just wasn't a thing. And I also like baseball was always my second thing.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like football,
Yeah.
baseball was always my second thing.
Yeah.
I was also a really good baseball player. But as far as wrestling is concerned, I think I would have been
Dingers.
not a big deal or anything. But I think I would have been pretty well because I loved football so much, and even I regret not playing baseball because of this. I didn't understand, especially what I do now with recruiting and things like that, is how much size matters. Playing football or any sport, measurements matter, right? Like, I was not big enough to play the game at the level I wanted to play it at.
Right.
At least not going to be taken serious enough off rip.
Right.
Where in baseball, if you can hit the ball, you can go, and in wrestling, first of all, you're the same weight. But if you wrestle, you can wrestle.
Right,
Size don't matter.
for sure. Shout out to my guy Pharrell Victor. He was here at the gym the other day, and he was I think he was the leading rusher in California JUCO football.
Pharrell's an animal.
And
Animal.
but he's a little guy, and no one took a shot on him, bro. And remember, even he was like, "Man, I wish I'd just gave wrestling a shot." You know,
He's another
motherfucker
dude that would have been a
freak.
killer at wrestling.
Freak.
So explosive.
I'll tell the
So
story
how do
real
you
quick.
convince these football players to do that?
You know, it's hard and it's tough. You know, it's there's not
Like, what's the
wrestling
benefits of it?
isn't
What's the benefits
glorified
of it?
as much, right? So like,
Yeah.
I think the culture of America, we grow up glorifying football.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like a glorified thing out here. Like,
Right.
It's like a tradition.
Yes,
You
like-
watch football on Saturday.
yeah,
On Sundays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people won't miss their team play, and like it's such a glorified thing in this country. And I think that's why every young man's dream is to win a Super Bowl one day, and this and that. And it's hard to have these conversations. Like, bud, you're 5'7". You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think if you get them younger, I think like right away, if you go football season right into football or right into wrestling, and get them to get in the mat younger, because I've never wrestled, but watching you guys wrestle, and I never got to watch you live. I never got to watch you live, but watching you guys wrestle, watching you guys win state championships, like getting that hand put up, like to me that would be an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I tell you something? You know, you were a showstopper at the football games, right? With the team.
Yeah.
You'd have loved it if it was just you by yourself.
Right?
out
No,
there. You would have loved it just you by yourself.
And all
out
those
there.
people, man in the arena. You know what I mean?
Bro.
No.
Doing backflips and all.
Oh yeah. It's you versus you. You know, it's you versus this guy, but it's really you versus your training. You're nothing better. We're in football, like I can do everything right, and man, the corner didn't do his job, bro. You know, these dudes just scored. You know what I'm saying? Like unbelievable. It's obviously, and that's also important working in a team. But there's something dope about man. It's either if I'm gonna walk out of the way winning this, it's on me.
Yeah.
Period. You know.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that.
I wish I wrestled.
All right, well, we're gonna move on to a segment we do here. It's called "What Pisses Me Off."
Okay. What pisses me off?
Yep. So it's called Pissing Me Off. We're gonna let Val. We usually let Val go first. This segment is sponsored by our adult ATC program. If you want to learn how to wrestle on Fridays, 6 to 7 o'clock, come to ATC. Coach Alex, he'll get you in some wrestling.
We're just talking about me. Maybe I'll pull up and get into it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go. We'll post a date on that one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Val.
Mash somebody.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. What's been pissing me off lately is
what you got?
lack of sleep, man.
Lack of sleep. Yeah.
Just lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just tired.
Yep.
Tired all day, I feel like.
Yep.
And it really makes me mad. It's like, even like when we do our 5 a.m.s, I always tell you, man, I'm like, I fucking woke up pissed this morning, knowing that I had to be up right now.
Yeah.
Right? But now that's becoming more of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like once I'm up, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's just the idea
Getting up.
of like, damn, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Okay.
and it has
You're a
nothing to-
sleeper, too.
It has nothing to do with me not wanting to like go and do shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just
you just love your sleep.
like
my guy,
dude, I'm
he loves
feeling good
sleeping.
right now. I was having a great dream.
Yep.
You know, I was sleeping good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Yeah.
Fucked it up. I have to wake up now. Now I got to go do
Yeah.
shit. Damn it. You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off. But once I'm up, I love being up.
That makes sense. Alex, what's pissing you off today? Anything?
Let me figure out. Let's see. All right, got it.
What do you got?
You know what pisses me off?
What?
All right, back up so I can look at Willie too. Will, you know what pisses
Sorry,
me
I
off?
told you.
Hey,
I'm on the mic.
Yeah, look at my face. All right.
I hear like Celine Dion with the fucking mic in your hand out here.
So, you know what pisses me off, boys?
Great singer.
JoJo, again.
What did
JoJo.
you
So,
do?
What JoJo do now?
his cast, we just took him yesterday to his doctor's appointment, got the cast off, right? And the doctor tells us, hey, making sure he's careful. Not in mind, he's only 3 years old.
True.
So
and
So
he's
he's
an
never
absolute
careful.
psychopath.
Never careful.
So he's never careful.
He's
No.
just like his dad.
this psycho dude yesterday, he literally jumped off the couch. I'm like, bro, look at your elbow, son. Like, stop. You want your other elbow to get broken. Like,
Zero fucks.
Yeah, you're a maniac.
I could tell with him, bro. He's gonna have to learn the hard way. Like,
Oh no,
For
yeah,
sure.
you're gonna
He's
see
not doing the hard way.
You're gonna see
That
the
reminds me
inside
so
of an
much
ambulance
of
at
someone
least
else.
4 or 5 more times in the next
Wait, just like
5
me.
or 6 years.
Just like you.
He's gonna see an inside of an ambulance at least once a year for sure.
At least.
Better have
One
good
vote, 1 year.
insurance. Get
We'll
some
see,
good
boys.
insurance.
We'll count
Yeah.
that up. It's
Yeah.
been 1 so far this year, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Will, what's been pissing you off lately, bro?
You just gonna skip me, bro?
Oh, shit.
No, no, you're last. You're
I'm last?
Yeah, you're last.
Save the best for last.
I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think I got 2 because I want to do one like as a coach
Yeah, okay.
that really pisses me off, and then one just like regular life thing that just
Okay,
chaps
okay.
my
Let me hear your
ass,
coach
bro.
one. Let me hear your coach one.
Coach one first?
Yeah, coach one first.
The coach one is when kids coming off the field, maybe off the mat, and you're like, hey, like, what are you doing? And they do this. They put like, what? Like, what I do? I call it palms up.
This one?
I'm like, kids know around me, like, put your fucking palms down. Period. I don't want to see your palms
I
up.
don't know.
What did I do?
No, you did
I
know.
don't know what to do with my hands.
Like, what? Come over here, take. You know what I mean? It's that just super irritates.
It's like
me.
the
That is
automatic.
hilarious.
Like to the kids, they're kiddo. They knew if I did it, boom. It was like right away. Like
Put it back down.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, no
Oh,
shit.
shit.
It's
Palms
like the
down.
automatic response to like just saying like, I know what I did, but I'm not going to admit that I did anything
Right.
wrong.
Yes.
So I'm going to act like I don't know what I
Yeah,
did.
100%. And like in football, it's great because we film everything. So then
You go
I can
through
just.
film.
I'm like, okay, but put your palms down, and we're just gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch it tomorrow. And if you're wrong, you're gonna run 10 gassers, and we'll go from there.
That's awesome.
And then what's the personal one?
The
going
personal one is it's just like a life one. If you park somewhere and there's a ton of open spots in the parking lot, and someone parks right next to you, that just irritates
Especially
me.
in front of you, if you're trying to go.
I'm that
That just
yeah.
irritates me, which is why you irritate me.
guy. I'm that guy, dude. I'm like, I just want to make sure my car's next to his car, so like,
We're good.
I just hate it.
No, I'm just trying to fill in.
Sometimes you like park, you're like you're not going into your place yet. You're kind of just chilling, sitting there, and they just park right next to you.
Yeah, that gets me going.
Oh.
That gets me kind of fired
Like
up.
for me, it depends on the part of the parking lot. Like if we're in the front,
I'm parking right next to you.
I'm parking right next to you.
That's true. That's
but
true.
I'm not gonna park on the back purposely
yeah, that makes
to
sense.
find an open spot and be away. Like I'm getting as close as possible every time.
Front row though, and there's
Period.
5 spots available.
Period.
Go one slot over.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's like being
Just go one slot over.
it's like being in a urinal, right? There's 4 urinals.
right.
I would agree
You're on
with
the
you.
end.
You go the other end.
You go to the third one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You are
And
next
you
to
don't
me.
stand next. You don't do one and two.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
right.
You go 3 or you go 4. Right. That
These are
I
just
can
simple life
understand
things.
that part. It's
Yeah.
I
like-
agree.
Man, listen up.
I
Man,
agree.
listen up.
I agree.
and then you catch them looking at you like this, and you're like,
Oh shit.
"What, man?"
Oh, dude, I love it. What the hell was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know. You look like you're about
You're
to
up.
start going off.
What pisses you off?
Oh shit. What does piss you off?
Damn, we almost skipped you. That'd
Y'all,
been funny.
look, bro, I'm tired of you guys. That's what pisses me off. You guys.
Yo.
Okay? You get matter of fact, I already know y'all pissing me off. I had something
Yo.
else, but y'all pissing me off.
Yo.
My neck hurts. That's what I was actually gonna talk about. My neck hurt, but y'all pissing me off right now.
You guys
but-
have been bickering all day.
dude, they've been.
Yeah.
It's just we have to. Someone has to do it. you
Yeah,
know?
it's been.
Every now and then we gotta bitch at him.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right.
today's the day we bitch at him because
Yeah.
he's always
Mix
bitching
it
at
up.
us.
Right.
Yeah,
Always.
mix it up.
know what I
Always.
mean? Like, he's
they already
bitching
made
at
fun of
us.
my cutoff sleeve T-shirt.
I think you look rad, especially with the goatee.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
Hey,
Look,
let's
I don't
zoom
know
in
if you
on the
guys heard the
goatee.
sigh over there
Let's
in
zoom
the
in on the
background,
goatee.
But
Comment
I've been
below.
getting plenty of compliments about the goatee.
Look,
over
just so
and
you
over.
guys know,
10 out
I
of 10.
started this trend. Okay.
You don't have
That's
a
more of
goatee,
a
though.
Hitler-
That's a.
No, it's a
I don't
goatee.
know.
I just don't grow right here.
Soul patch.
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, it's not a goatee.
that's like one of those like.
The little fucking,
It's like a Hitler on the top with a soul patch.
the thing,
Deal.
man. You know? Like the Adam Sandler movie.
You look great though.
Yeah, no, you look phenomenal. I cut
You
your hair
rock it.
before, so you look great.
Yeah. Thank God.
You look great.
Thank God you cut my hair.
right.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
wanted.
another thing that pisses me off is that these guys are on my ass about cutting their hair all the time, and it's impossible for me to book their time to cut their hair. This is crazy.
Well,
When we're free,
right.
cut our hair.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
No, I wanted to talk to you guys about when you got that scar from him
Okay.
you
on
wanna
the practice
first?
field because people don't know this.
I'm gonna
I don't
go
know
first.
this. I have no idea. What
So
Okay,
check this out.
Hold on, I'll show
I've
the
never
camera.
heard this.
Hey, I've been hearing
first
this
off,
for
before
years.
anybody-
It's not even that
before
big-
anybody
big- big a scar.
We do anything. When I first met Willie, Nap and Alex are like, "Hey, we're going to Vegas. You're gonna meet my brother Willie." And I'm like, "Oh, you got another brother? Like, damn, that's tight. How many
Yeah.
brothers you got?" And I met Willie, and for like half a year probably, I thought that Willie was actually their brother.
He's like,
And
I
I
don't
was
know
just
where
like, wait, how are you guys like
Related?
Your mom? And they're like, well, technically,
I forgot
he's
what
not
we
our
said
brother
here.
or something. And I'm just like, wait,
It's
you guys aren't brothers?
Yeah,
street family.
yeah, street family.
Right.
You know.
Hood.
The hood knows.
Yeah.
The hood knows.
Yeah. don't know.
But yeah, if you can't see this in the camera, got a massive scar. It's probably from the front of my arm all
It's
the way
not
to
massive.
the.
Okay,
it, really-
it's clear.
it wraps all the way around my whole elbow. But go ahead. Let's hear it.
Decapitated your arm.
Go ahead.
So we went to Gorman freshman year.
Yep.
Played some football, right? And I mean, I'm just a guy. I practice how I play. I'm gonna,
Intensity.
I'm going to play till the whistle. And at the
It's
time,
gonna be 100% effort every
yeah,
time.
100%.
And I think like I wasn't even supposed to be out on defense at the time, but I was like, I'm gonna hey, get out. I told the middle linebacker, get out. I want to hit somebody. And Nappy was on running the offense, and it was. I remember it was like a toss. It was a toss right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You should really be mad at the kid who was supposed to block me because he didn't touch me.
No.
Yeah. That's what you should really be mad at. And so
You should be mad at me for making a great tackle.
didn't even avoid him because he just like got out of the way.
Yeah.
And it's just me and you and that was the thing. You say you got tackled already, and I came in and hit you late, but you got tripped up, and you were 3-legged dogging, and you
Oh,
were
that's
still,
still
he
on
was
the field.
fighting for yards,
Right.
And so
Stopping that.
yeah, I'm gonna.
How'd you
Oh,
do
down
that?
right now.
With your head or with your shoulder?
It was
pads?
with my head. Yeah. There was no such thing as targeting back then. I was head down, a missile to my brother.
Okay, you done?
I'm done.
All right, that was his side.
All right, now listen. So
That sounds real.
let me
He was still up.
That sounds pretty damn good.
But let me
Okay.
reset the setting.
All right,
Okay?
all right.
It's the end of practice. Okay? Like he just said, he's not even supposed to be in there.
I got reps.
Okay? He's not even supposed to be in
Willie
there.
done got all
Okay?
his reps for
This
the
is
day.
like 4-string defense. We're just kind of running. We're kind of running through some
'Cause
shit,
you weren't
right?
a starter.
We're going through a live scrimmage.
Were you a starter?
Oh yeah, we're running the offense.
I know, but were you like the
Yeah,
starting running back?
That's what I'm saying.
or,
It was
like,
the
how's this
first string
work?
offense versus like the fourth string
okay.
defense
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, they were doing offensive stuff.
So it was like he said.
I'm
it was
trying
like
to get us
sweet.
all better as a team.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to. It's better if they try to make a play on me than you know.
Willie's like,
look, long
"Hey,
story
let me show
short-
you guys how to do this. All right?
He torpedoes in there, blasts me in the arm, and I get up, and I'm like, ah. He's kind of talking shit. I'm getting up too, so I'm like, ah. And I go over there, show it to my coach, and he like looks at me. He's like, oh, bro, you got to get that stitched up in my arm, bro. I can see like the dangling fibers.
Straight face mask to his elbow or what?
Dude,
I don't know how.
honestly,
it
it must have been his face mask.
I think like we'll put our chin strap on.
Yeah.
I think it got you.
Or he hit me so hard that it exploded my arm.
I'm gonna go with that.
Look, exploded.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about it, though,
But he said it was a dirty hit, and it wasn't.
But listen, this
You
is
were
my
still
favorite part
fighting
about
for
it.
yards.
My favorite part about it was it being in the doctors, and you called, hey, bro, I'm so sorry, bro.
I did call it.
I'm so sorry, bro.
I lost control. Sorry, man. I blacked out. I don't know what happened out there. I blacked out. I see there's a guy with a football, and I
fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did call you
You're
and
like
say
that
something.
guy on the replacements that sees red and just goes.
I was a physical football player for sure. I played to hit people. I didn't play for touchdowns or this, that. I literally was like
I'm
fiending
gonna
for.
kill somebody.
Yeah.
I can remember being when we were 8, 9 years old. Like I told you, right? We played on defense together. He was the Mike. He was the middle linebacker, and literally, bro, it's a goal line. And this is back when it was a mercy rule, right? So if you're up by like 26 points,
Right.
you immediately go to the 10-yard line in the goal line, right? So hopefully they can score and it doesn't look so bad on the kick.
Yeah.
This dude, Willie, literally would look at me and be like, hey, look, I'm going to hit this center as hard as I possibly can. And he's going to let go of the ball. You need to pick this up. You know what I mean? Literally,
We did it like 3 times.
Literally, 3 times in a row.
Hey, Nappy's supposed to be playing corner, bro. He's
Literally.
flying in right behind me.
I'm going to hit this
Just out
dude
here
so
just
hard.
making your own
Little plays and
plays.
shit.
Oh, we're gonna get the ball back. We did it like twice.
Bro, and I'm telling you, this dude would hit people, bro. Like, it was terrifying. It was
Did
terrifying.
you guys
to
ever
hit,
do
like,
so? Like when me and Jade would play, right? We were little tiny guys, right? So we were always attacking the legs, always,
yeah.
like, at the knees or ankles, period.
Yeah.
And me and Jade started doing this thing, like, because Jade was a corner on one side, and then on the opposite side, I was the safety.
Yeah.
So if there was ever a guy in the middle that we were gonna get to, it was
High, low.
always a rule: I'm going high, you're going
Oh,
low.
that was the coolest thing.
And,
Hopefully,
dude,
you do.
One time, bro, we hit this kid, and like it looked like in my head, it looked like it was in the movies. But this kid ended up like breaking his arm.
Oh,
and like we
damn.
all get up and we're like, yeah, that's what you get. Running up like the center of our shit, and he's like laying on the ground, his arms like
Arms all
snapped
broken.
and we're like all
Oh my
talking
gosh.
shit, and then
It's war, man.
it ended up being one of our like
Best friends.
not a friend, but a kid that we knew that like wrestled and stuff, and it was just like, oh.
Well, he
Sorry,
knew what he
buddy.
signed up for when he got out there. It's a contact sport.
Right.
But yeah, that was, it was like, it's like that comedian. You ever heard that comedian where he talks about, he's like, back in the day, we used to take people's socks off and like, instead of holding hands on the knees, we'd be like, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get.
Never heard that one before.
He's like the big dude.
What big guy?
I don't know. He's like an old school dude. He always wore like
We always like to ask Val which guy. every podcast, and he's always like, I don't know.
he's like the big
Where'd
black
you
dude.
get that from?
I knew he was gonna say
He's
that.
like a big fat black dude. All right.
He's the big guy.
He was talking about. He's like, back in the day when you were on a football team, we were murderers. Like, we're out here trying to kill you. We don't hold hands and kneel and pray for the other guy. We all do a circle around you like, that's what you get. That's what you get.
Okay.
He's
Like-
like, we used to take their socks off and wrap it around our helmets and shit.
I don't know. I think for me, like my dad did not grow up in the best situation, and was kind of grew up in the streets, whatever. And when I started playing football, he just he told me this and it's always stuck with me. I was young. He was like, football was the only place like I can like release all this anger I have and not get into any trouble.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Not have to worry about cops or that. Like I can do it all right here legally.
Right.
And that always stuck with me. My problem is I had a good upbringing. I don't know why I was so fucking mad. I still just wanted to hit people so hard.
Just naturally.
Yeah.
Just naturally
Yeah, my
violent.
parents are awesome. You know
See,
what I
some
mean?
people just have that shit
Yeah,
in them.
it's
Like
in
I have
them.
that like me too, bro. I've
Yeah.
always been aggressive.
Physical
bro.
person.
Always wanted
Yeah.
to kill somebody.
And
No,
it's,
not
as
take
I've
that.
gotten older, though, it has become more of a crutch. You have to learn to control it and just harness it in different areas.
Right, especially when you get older.
Yes.
But
That's
like
true.
when you
Well-
watch movies and stuff as a kid, and you see like someone being violent with a purpose, that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we were the same way. We used to watch karate, Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, beating the shit out of kids. Like whatever, same shit.
Right.
Yeah. Good people. Don't touch them; they'll beat your ass.
For sure.
I love it. We do a little segment here called "Shot Out of a Cannon."
Okay.
It's "Shot Out of a Cannon" here,
Shot out
presented
of a
by. You like that one?
love
ATC.
I know exactly where that's from. That's hilarious.
ATC homeschool guys. Hey, if you're a homeschool athlete, you want to wrestle, right? You want to get out there and get after it. You come here to ATC Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. and we'll see you guys there.
Coach
All right.
Alex got you.
Yep.
So Willie, you can either give us one word answers, or you can elaborate. We usually
Unless
talk
you have
shit a
to,
little bit
like,
about it.
yeah.
All right. So here we go. Sauna
Here we go.
or cold plunge?
Sauna.
Sauna. You like the hot?
Sauna. I heard cold plunge way better for you though. Way better for you.
Dan White says it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Has to be true.
Has to be true.
I don't know. It hurts. So.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's his best friend. Joe Rogan knows everything.
That is true.
Joe Rogan knows
I would agree with
best.
that.
All right, here we go. Cauliflower ear or no cauliflower ear?
For me personally,
Just what you think about it. I don't know. Just however, yeah.
Like, would you, if you had it, would you be
if
okay
I was
with it?
if I was a wrestler, for sure would need cauliflower ear.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Period.
Let's move on.
You know he's too pretty to have cauliflower ear. He's always said that.
You've always
Right.
always said that. Too fast is what I always like to say. Too fast.
Yeah,
is what I always like to
pretty.
say.
I don't know. With the goatee and stuff, like you're not as pretty as you used
Right,
to be.
low key.
You know?
You're just looking like just tough.
I think it looks good. I think you guys honestly hate now.
Thank you.
And I never give him
Thank
compliments,
you.
but goatee is solid.
He giving me shit about my goatee. All right, here we go. Old school football or new school football?
Old school football.
I knew you'd love that.
Yep.
All right, so here, speaking of old school football, I got some old school players for you here. You being a linebacker, Ray Lewis
Okay.
or Brian Urlacher?
Dude, that's hard.
That's a good one, huh?
If you go like college Brian Urlacher from Nebraska, like the cut
the
up,
tuck
the
with
rolled
the-
up.
yeah.
But then Ray, animal.
And he had a dance.
And a sick ass
But I
dance.
think he snitched at one point in time, so I'm gonna go with Brian Urlacher. he caught
For
a,
sure.
He caught a case and there was some weird stuff going on. And,
Say, listen, I'm
it might have
going to
been
keep playing in the
talking with the
NFL.
feds. Yeah,
Fucking-
so I'm gonna go with Brian for sure.
I love it. I got another one for you. This one I was thinking about. I was like, I don't know who I'd want. Ed Reed or Brian Dawkins?
Ooh.
I gotta go with Ed Reed.
Yeah?
Yeah, and Brian Dawkins was an animal. If I had to pick anyone, Sean Taylor though.
Sean Taylor.
God
That's
rest
your
his soul.
goat.
That's my
Miami.
guy.
That's your
He's
goat.
That's my
Miami
guy.
guy, right?
He went to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, God rest his soul. That was who I wanted to model my game after.
You say he was a wrestler?
No.
Oh.
No. He said, God rest his soul.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Von Miller or James Harrison?
James Harrison.
Freak.
He looks
Yeah.
crazy.
James Harrison's a beast.
Freak.
I saw a video of him winning a Super Bowl and then going and bench pressing like 500 pounds literally after they got off the airplane.
500
right after.
pounds?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, bench pressing 500
Because
pounds.
I need to get this out my system.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough.
Dude plays like med ball volleyball with like 60-pound med balls.
Well, he was undrafted, right?
yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't have like a pro combine and all that, and just like,
Freak. Look like Debo, bro. Just ready to fucking kill you.
Right.
Ready to
I heard
go
he
out
was
there.
super intense.
He looks
to
intense.
be
All his
in the locker
videos, I
room
never
with,
seen
too.
him smile one time.
Yeah, Herbie was a super intense guy.
I think he's coaching now, ain't he? Is he still playing?
No, he's not coaching. I know he was at the Steelers practice just kind of watching.
Yeah.
And everyone was super like, oh, fucking uptight.
I'd want to be around that.
Yeah.
That dude be a hammer to be around. All right, who is your GOAT linebacker?
That's a good question. GOAT linebacker?
Who is it?
Who is it, Willie?
Come on, tell me.
Come on, we want to
We
know.
wanna hear
dude. The suspense is killing us.
10.
There was a white boy for the Cowboys I love, bro. His name was Sean Lee. He was a dog.
That's a bad man.
He went to Penn State. He was an animal. Probably would have been a killer wrestler too. But I love Sean Lee. I'm a Cowboys fan, and just injuries, bro. He was always
too
hurt.
bad.
He was always hurt. It's unfortunate right now.
All right,
Well-
Charlie, it is.
Well, let me ask you this now. Going on this year, how far are we into the season? Where are we on?
We're on our
NFL.
last month of the season, so we got like 12 weeks in.
So, who is your Super Bowl prediction winner?
I love the Lions right now.
The Lions?
I love the Lions right now. I just do. How can you not?
Have the Lions ever won a Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
I don't think they have.
I don't think so
Ever
because
made
I
a
think
Super Bowl?
Maybe one.
because they lost in the AFC Championship last year, right?
They did. They should have won that game too.
See,
Yeah.
I'd like to see a Super Bowl where it's like the Jaguars and like someone who's never else ever been in the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm tired of the Chiefs.
Like two teams
Period.
that
You're
have
tired of the
never-
Chiefs?
Tired.
Me
Already?
too.
I have nothing against them, but I'm just like over it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of
Already?
seeing
It's like when the
that.
Patriots were doing their thing.
Exactly. I'm just over it. I don't hate Patrick or none of that. I'm just like, I'd like to see someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like out of the AFC, who I think can get them though.
Niners.
The Niners in the NFC, and they're also terrible.
Never mind.
C-Mac.
Just shows you how much I know about football.
C-Mac, yeah, and C-Mac just tore his ACL, but
That's true.
I would say out of the AFC who can get the Chiefs, the Bills possible, but I don't know if they can do it in the playoffs. Low key, the Steelers. Like the Steelers are playing really good right now. I think they might be able to do it. I think Russell has experience.
Russell's playing like that.
He has experience. Mike Tomlin's that dude, and they're just scrappy, bro. They're hard to beat. They beat someone 18-16 the
Ravens.
the Baltimore
Yeah.
with fucking
Yeah.
6 field goals. Bro.
Yeah.
They figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they might be able to get it done in like a grimy, dirty game. You know. With
That'd be
playoffs,
fun.
and in the playoffs, football does
Is that
get
NFC?
more. What?
Steelers?
No, they're AFC.
AFC too?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. All right. Well, I hope to see the Lions win. I like to see
I'm
that.
over here looking blank. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I don't either.
Alex,
While you were just talking, I was just over here looking over here like, what the fuck?
I want to say
If you
Baltimore.
listen to any
but-
other podcast, Alex doesn't know anything about any sport.
Yeah.
Just UFC. I'm down with some UFC.
You don't really know.
I'll talk some
Here's the
UFC.
thing: is
really
me and
your
Alex are the
sport, though.
same. Like when you and Ant get together,
Oh, it's the worst.
you guys talk about baseball, basketball, football, figure skating, men's volleyball, fucking golf, and all this
Everything.
shit. Me and Alex are just sitting over there, just like,
I'm
What are you
addicted
like?
to competition.
Dude, I just
I'm
love it.
addicted to
Fucking-
competition.
Yeah. Yeah.
go. Let's go.
And there's also like a lot of arguments because of these sports talks. I mean,
Oh,
me and
almost
Ant-
fights.
Me and Ant have almost gotten multiple fights talking about USC football.
I remember
multiple.
I remember me and Ant would almost fight about
LeBron and Kobe.
LeBron, Kobe all the time.
Yeah.
Those used to
Because
be.
he was a LeBron fan. or
Which
what?
is so
Yes.
dumb because they're just opinions and we should respect each other's opinions. But no, I'm fucking right.
Oh, bro, for sure.
Especially with you guys. Like,
Yeah,
no, fuck that.
Yeah. Now I'm a little bit more calm. 10 years ago,
Yeah. I would have fucking argued
I was
with you.
losing it.
Yeah.
I was losing it.
For
hey,
sure.
Hey, so we talked about transferring earlier with the whole NIL
portal,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. There is someone I wanted to ask your opinion about. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. But Iowa's quarterback,
Yeah.
Cade.
Yep.
How do you pronounce that? last name?
McNamara.
McNamara.
Yeah, my guy. Love
Macklemore?
Cade. McNamara.
Oh, McNamara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italian.
He,
yeah. Oh, I think.
What do
I've
you
seen
think?
him.
What do you think he ends up doing?
I he'll get picked up. You know.
Yeah.
He's a winner, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, Michigan just beat Ohio State again for the 4th time, but he was the first guy to do that in 10 years.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right.
mean? Like, even that whole culture of winning football. If you look back, really look back at it, like they had dudes, bro. They had Chris McCaffrey's brother at quarterback. They had Joe Milton, who was playing in the league right now at quarterback. He beat those dudes out because he's a fucking winner, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like guys really, when you know how it is, bro. When guys get, there's a certain guy, an athlete, where like other players just gravitate towards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you have
right,
that low
yeah.
key, like there's leadership, and we were talking about physicality being born with that. That is also a gift
Right.
that not a lot of people have. So he'll get picked up somewhere. Wherever he does, he'll make the locker room better right away. Whether
Yeah.
it's, you know, it'll be on the field for sure, but just in general, like the whole culture of that program will elevate.
Yeah. I'm excited to see because they were talking about it on ESPN the other day, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh," I wonder what Willie thinks about that.
It is
You know?
kind of funny, like seeing the kid. I've known the kid for like, since he was in 8th grade.
Yeah, you know
He's one of
long
those
time.
guys.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to see him see that sometimes, but you know, there's some media and everyone has an opinion and this and that, which is their right. You
Yeah.
know, I went to go watch him play that game in Michigan, Ohio State, and he had threw a pick and like people were fucking like cussing him out in the field.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm like, dude, I'm about to lose my mind, but I
Right,
can't. You know what I mean? Like, you know
I'm
what I
talking about
mean?
my guy like that, for
like, you
sure.
know, they don't know I fucking coached him
Yeah.
since he was in 8th grade. Like I can't be start tripping. So, you know, but that's part of being a soldier. It's part of going to war. It's part of competing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
is
What-
dealing with the media.
What do you guys? Because I've been keeping up with college football, you know, every Saturday and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
but what do you guys think about UNLV this weekend?
Let's
Playing
go,
Boise State.
bro. Me and Nicole were gonna try and fly down to Boise to go catch the game on Friday night, just because it's gonna be a snow game. Well, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be pretty cold out there.
Ooh.
But it's supposed to be freaking,
Snow game.
Bro, it's supposed to be sick.
That's our first playoff game. That's a playoff.
I'm not gonna lie, though. Boise
Who
State
wins
fans
that
are out of their
game
minds.
goes to playoffs. Huh?
Boise State fans out of their minds.
Yeah, it's not playing in Allegiant, but I was at the first game. If we can eliminate some mistakes and like, I believe in the UNLV staff, bro. I do. I'm not saying anything bad about the Boise State staff, but The UNLV staff is solid, particularly the OC. I'm very high on that.
Yeah.
Dude. Coach Marion, dude,
Yeah.
he's a beast, dude.
The general manager is, remember Dan Dolby?
Yeah,
Remember
I
the
do.
Dolbys? That's his dad.
Really?
His dad is the general manager for those guys. Isn't that crazy?
Coach Dobie?
The Coach Dolby.
Damn.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, they've definitely come in here
That's
and
crazy.
I've never. I'm 32. I'm
crazy.
born and raised here. I've never seen people excited
Yeah.
about UNLV football.
UNLV football?
in my
Never.
life.
Yeah.
I have a group chat of guys. All we do is talk about UNLV football.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
We-
I played at UNR. I shouldn't even be in that group chat. You know what I mean? And I'm excited about it.
I went to.
You
I
know?
saw the UNLV UNR game. But
You went?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who'd you go for?
UNLV.
I'm gonna be honest.
You're a rebel.
Like at this point,
You're a rebel now.
no. At this point, I don't have a team. I root for where my boys are, and so I'm very blessed to have. I had boys on both sides of that.
That's
so
so
I was rooting
stupid.
for both
You don't
sides.
have a team? That's what I would say too. That way you never lose.
No, I mean you don't. I root for where my guys are. I'm an Arkansas fan. I'm a Utah fan. I was an Iowa fan. I was a Michigan fan.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
where my boys are. Period. I'm a Cincinnati
number
fan.
one-
I'm a
who's the
Bowling
number
Green
one team
fan.
in the league right
My
now?
Saturdays are crazy. I have like fucking 10 screens. All right, Junior's doing it. Junior, do your fucking job. Oh, Trey just got a pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
David scored a touchdown the other day on special teams. Like it's just boom, 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 boom. Jaden Robertson, SU. So I'm a Southern Utah fan. I'm wherever my boys are. Period.
You know
Who's
who
the
else is
number one
another?
team?
What do you ask?
Who's the number one team in college? Because I've been keeping up. I just can't remember.
I was like, how you say you keeping up? You bringing up the college football? You don't know.
I think it's Texas right now.
Texas? That's
I
who I'm
think.
going for. Those are my
Man,
dogs.
This playoff is about to be fucking
How do
nuts.
you do?
This playoff,
I don't understand. What is it? 8 team now?
12.
12 team?
It's gonna be crazy.
Everyone gets in.
It's gonna be crazy.
Longhorns.
Take that.
And there's
Yeah.
still issues with everybody getting in, but it's gonna be pretty cool.
UNLV, if maybe UNLV makes it, that'd
They
be
might if they win this
sick.
game, they're in. They're in a playoff game.
That'd be sick.
That'd be fucking dope.
Hey, so speaking of other guys that you know that are now we're gonna switch up sports here. Mr. Cameron Sandoval.
Sandy, my guy.
Big shout out.
Yep. Sandy's
Big
my guy.
shout out
Cam
to
Killer.
Cameron Sandoval.
Killer.
Killer Cam.
Over there with our
Killer.
guys over
Cam.
at Syndicate.
Yep.
Bro,
Yep.
you've told me about this kid for
Forever.
Honestly.
Yeah. When you coach, you have those guys. I call them lifers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's bigger than the sport. Like if I ever get married, you'll be at my wedding. Like it's
Yeah,
bigger
yeah,
than
yeah.
that. When we go, you'll be at my funeral, whatever. He's a lifer for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was dope. Cade, he was one of Cade's top weapons. And him and Cade had that same kind of mentality, bro. We wouldn't have been.
Oh,
as
he played with
successful.
Cade?
Yes. Cade's senior year was
Oh.
Cade's junior year. Yeah, we came back from like 24 at halftime with those boys. It was fucking unbelievable.
Bro, he's
unbelievable.
just a dog.
In the Northern Championship.
he's scary.
He's a killer, bro. And he's a guy. He's actually one of the reasons I started speed training. He actually is the reason I started speed training.
Right.
He came to me. Cameron's not the biggest guy, and he was a solid wrestler at the time. And I was like, it was after his sophomore season. He had a pretty good sophomore season. He kind of took. There was a back in front of him that was a junior. That was a dog that he kind of took his job.
Yeah.
As a sophomore, and he came to me. He's like, "Yo, coach, like I want to do this football shit." Like I just like, bro, I kind of want to tell him like, I don't know, you're really good at wrestling, you're Sizemore wrestling. And he's like, nah, I want to do this football shit. I'm like, all right, well, if you want to do it, we're going to do it right. You're going to train every day with me, period. And so he would start training. We would train probably 4 days a week right after school. And he started to get a couple of the guys coming, whatever. But I'm like, bro, you're 5'7". I do believe you have the skill to do it, but if you have to beat all of the odds.
Yeah.
Everything because of how small you are. So we
Right.
have to outwork everybody. And he's the reason I started taking kids to camps all over the place, and we came close to one. We almost got Hawaii, which would have been fun. I think he could have excelled there, honestly, on
Really?
the field.
Have you ever seen him fight?
Once. I flew out to Reno one time and watched him fight. It was like when he first started, though.
Bro, I just like
He
I like
fucking
I get
dominated.
to watch him practice, bro, and this
Yeah.
dude is a freak.
Well, he has no regard for his body or anybody else's.
No, bro.
Makes sense.
No regard
And
for
he's a
his body.
workhorse, bro. He's a
He is.
workhorse.
He wants to work.
He's an absolute workhorse.
When I said we had to train every day, he had no problem with
yeah.
that.
And
He
he's
was there.
coachable.
Yeah, dude. And he's a good person.
Yeah.
Nice
Right.
person.
Good person. He's been through some shit and he uses it. There's people who've been through shit and like will use that as a crutch or an excuse. And he's been through some shit and he uses it to like excel himself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's a unique talent for someone so young. He's always been like that. He has an old
Shout out
soul.
to my guy,
Shout out
Cam.
Cam.
Love Camo.
Love you, Cam.
Love you,
Love
bro.
you, Cam. All right, we're gonna close this out here with another segment we do. We started off with pissing you off.
Okay.
Now I want to know what you love.
Okay.
All right,
Go
Browser.
some order.
let's get it rocking. What are you loving, buddy?
Right now, what I love is
Cheesecake.
Well, I do love cheesecake. Don't get me wrong. You fucking fat shame me. Okay? I finally built
Fat
into
shame
the
me.
body that I'm supposed to be in. Okay, everyone gives me fucking shit for it. It's fucking bullshit, man.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yes, I do.
Don't
love,
let Nappy do that.
I
dude.
do love-
He used to-
He did
No,
it to me all
you
the
used to
time.
do that to me all the time.
He's
He's the worst at it too. Because that shit hurt.
I stopped coming over, bro. I'd be like, I've gained a little weight. I'm come over. He's gonna start saying something, bro. I'll get mad. Don't let him talk to you like that.
But he just mad because
We all just
enjoy
are-
myself.
we just all
He's over
can't
here
look like
trying to
this.
watch what he eats. And
Yeah.
shit. Nah, I'm good.
That is
I, I do love cheesecake, but you know what I do
Sorry.
love is Christmas
I ruined
time.
the segment.
Okay.
You know,
I do love Christmas.
I am a daddy.
Yeah, you are.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
little
Daddy
Kenny.
Rouser.
We've been messing around with the little elf on the shelf.
Oh,
That shit is
that's
fun.
fun.
We did the
fun.
first one today with Kenny because we only get him so much, you know. So
Right.
today was the first day we've had him in December,
Yeah.
and he's had this elf on the shelf, but it doesn't work unless it's Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? So we had him we had wrapped like some bags around his arms, like he parachuted into the house and wrote like a little note on it. And Kenny was walking down the stairs and he's just like, "Ha, what does that say?" We wrote a little note like, "Hey, I'm your new buddy.
Yeah.
You know, Santa's watching, so am I, so don't fuck up," type shit.
that's
Right.
fun.
And,
That's what
You
y'all
love
do.
doing that kind of shit.
oh, dude, it's so funny, bro.
You're such, I feel like you love that type of shit. You know what I mean?
I already got ideas. you
Yeah,
know,
that's what I figured. You know
I
what
got
I
an
mean?
idea. Tomorrow, it's gonna be nice.
So do you just wake up early in the morning and get it done?
Yeah, but I take the kids to school, you know,
Yeah.
and he's usually sleeping. So
still
when I
sleeping.
get home, we get it prepped, and then I set it up.
Nice.
And then when he wakes up, you know, it's like, hey,
Check this out.
and so today I was actually trying to catch a nap because I knew I was gonna be busy all day. So after I got back home, I was just like, hey, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Yeah.
And then Kenny was up, so Carl was like, hey, get up.
Right.
I'm just like,
Get that elf on the show.
Right.
oh, shit, all right. But he went down there, he was pumped. So yeah, no, I love that. I was tight. Kenny was laughing. His name is Dale.
His name's Dale.
Elf?
Dale.
Oh, okay.
The elf's name is Dale.
Nice.
And you said that's Kenny's name.
That's Kenny's middle name.
I think you
Tell
like this
him
stuff.
Kenny's real name.
Kenrick.
That's what I said. What?
Kenrick Dale.
How do you get Kenny and Kenrick?
Kenrick. That's just, I don't know. I didn't
Kenrick.
And then his middle name is Dale.
Kenrick
I
Dale.
didn't know that about little Kenny.
Kenrick Dale.
Little baby Kenny.
He sounds like a fucking white. He sounds like a country, like a white kid.
Little country
I
kid.
mean,
Huh?
he's half white.
Low key, huh?
That's true.
All right. Alex, what do you love, buddy?
You know what I love?
What do you love?
APT, true fact. All right.
What?
I love my shoulder tat. You can see
Okay.
the camera.
Oh.
This is
I
true.
love the shoulder tat.
It's weird.
Talking
It's
about
weird.
street family.
Something.
Dude, I got the
on-
same thing right here.
Something.
Like a birthmark or something?
Yeah.
He has it too. It's
crazy.
He has it too.
What does that say?
Sorry, Val. I don't know.
Means
Wow.
hermanos.
Bro,
It means
Tito's-
hermanos.
Does that say brothers?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's what I love. My
Yeah,
tie.
that is
That's
sick.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out-
a good call.
Shout out Uncle Brad for doing that for us.
Right. Shout out Uncle Brad.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
My Uncle Brad did that. Did that
Crazy.
tap for us. You really thought we were brothers for 6 months, and that's no question.
That's probably why,
Yeah,
too.
right.
Y'all got the same tattoo, and there you're like, damn.
Yeah,
like, all right.
it's crazy, PT. They're like, hey, this is my brother over here. And I'm the only one that doesn't have the tattoo. And they tell me
Weren't
all
you
the
there
time
when we-
I'm their brother. And it's like,
We were there for your tattoo. Actually, you were there.
You were there. What are you
we got
talking
your
about?
arms tattooed.
You didn't want to get it.
I wasn't getting that tattoo at the time. I had 2 other tattoos I was getting.
Yeah, on
So-
both arms.
And then I almost died.
He almost died
He
the next
did.
day.
He did. He was in the hospital. I remember that.
Yeah.
Had appendicitis.
I was like, who's this fucking college friend Nappy's bringing around, dude? I don't like this kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then I talked to him for 5 minutes. I'm like, I fucking like this dude.
I love this guy. Everyone loves Val, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Val. I'll tell you what I love. I love Val.
Okay.
Love that guy.
I go with that.
My
I go
guy.
with that.
Love this guy.
Even though it's
Yeah.
kind of gay, but I go with it.
Dude, love this guy. He's hilarious. He brings our spirits up.
Bromance.
You know, he's easy going. He's fun. He can beat ass. You know what I
Probably
mean?
the funniest person you guys ever
He's
met.
probably like the
And-
17th,
You're up
18th
there.
funniest person I know.
And
Who's the
let's
funniest
not.
person you know?
Who's the funniest person I know?
Yeah,
I know
it's
a
me.
lot of funny people.
I'm fucking hilarious. What are you guys talking about? I'm
No.
funny.
No, you're funny to laugh at.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
That's what you're
No.
funny. Watching you bounce your body off the ground from trying to climb a fence. Watching you break your leg. Watching you pull off
Oh my
hamstring.
God.
That
And
shit's
you know what's crazy? You know what's
shit's
crazy?
hilarious.
You know what's crazy?
That is hilarious.
All that I did that to myself.
Yeah.
I did that to myself.
Yeah. For our entertainment. So you are funny.
Damn. All right. See?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I was about to say, when we were kids, you fell off a ladder into the bush.
Yes, I remember that one too.
Rose bush or something like that, like pokey shit, right?
Yeah. And then like one time he was playing golf with a bat, and I was like, dude, don't do that. Bam, mashed himself, split his whole eye open.
Well, no, I was behind Jonathan.
Yeah, I told you guys to not do
He's
that.
doing it. I'm behind him, like, yo, okay, this looks sick. And he fucking boom, got a big ass scar in my eye.
Bro, one time he was
shit
on a
we do when we're
pogo
kids.
stick. Alex's boat. Alex's
See,
teeth.
you are funny.
Dude, Alex's teeth
Hilarious,
was
bruh.
on a pogo stick, when we were kids. And I'm like, dude, get the hell off the thing. Dad's telling us to clean. You know me, I'm trying to be all bossy.
We always had to clean.
Yeah, always clean.
Right.
Always cleaning.
And he's like, yeah. Wham!
Busted.
Chipped my tooth.
Straight triangles.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Straight triangles.
Well, I remember when I taught him, which Michelle is so mad at me for teaching you this
What is
to
it?
this day. I taught him how to open a beer with his mouth, like a beer bottle. and he tried. And I get this text from Michelle, like, or next time she saw me, she's like, "This is your fucking fault, Willie."
I literally told her
do that.
No,
Split his whole
so
gum open.
You cut your mouth open.
Larry, so Willie, he taught me how to, well, I thought he taught me, I guess I didn't understand
It
it.
was a soda can.
Bro, so I literally, instead of like using, like biting the fucking, the top to it, I literally bit the whole bottle. Like I fucking was just
Cut the
biting
shit.
it. Literally,
Ate
I
the
looked
glass.
gushing, bro.
Michelle was not happy with me.
That was not. That's funny.
I had-
How bad did that
I didn't
hurt?
make
Like
him
in
do
the
it.
next days, like trying to eat food and shit.
Fuck, not good.
Not
I'll tell you
good.
that. Didn't feel great.
Well, what do you love, buddy?
Dude, right now, I love snowboarding.
I knew you said
There's nothing else
That's what
I
I'm
even
talking
think
about.
about, dude.
Snowboarding.
I
He's good,
love
too.
snowboarding.
That shit is
You're
so
not.
hard.
You
Oh,
snowboard?
bro, Val can.
He gets down low
with
key.
me.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
With
Charleston?
going to Brian Head on Saturday. Charleston
shit,
needs a
I
little
wish
bit
I
more
could.
snow.
He's just fearless. He's like you're probably into his type of stuff too, like jumping out of airplanes.
No,
No,
I'm more of like I like to glide. I like to like do C spins and shit.
Like
but I want to get to the point.
On Earth.
I have hit some park, and really I've hit park because when I started snowboarding, all the boys started snowboarding that I trained. And so they were like, "Coach, like come rip, come snowboarding." I'll be up there by myself. I'll come, I'll come fuck with y'all. And they were like, Coach, hit this jump. I'm like, I don't know, boys. Coach is old. They're like, don't be a pussy. I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Then you
Fuck
have
it. You know what I mean? Well, now I'm gonna do it because you call me pussy. So I started hitting a little bit of jumps, and I got pretty good this last season. I'm excited for this season, but I want to get to the point where like helicoptered up, top like a high ass mountain, and just drop me off. Let me
that's
figure out my way down.
you're a maniac.
I'm more of like I want to go through like
I would like to
trees.
do that. I wish I had more time to snowboard because, like, how I like, I'm take me to the highest part of the mountain.
Yes, and let me figure out a
And
way to
I'm
get down.
going down. I'm hitting the trees.
Yep.
Dude, literally.
I broke going snowboarding one time.
It's hard if you go to Mount Charles if you're not practicing on snow because falling you're gonna fall if you're gonna learn. Period.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
part of snowboarding. You're gonna fall if you're good. But if you're constantly falling on hard ass ice like Mount Charleston has most of the time, it's gonna be discouraging. You're not gonna want to come back.
And it hurts.
But when I
Yeah.
started going to Utah and I was like learning and I was falling on clouds, I'm like, all right, now I can actually learn how to snowboard.
I went snowboarding with Nap and Alex, bro. And it was Ant and TJ or J
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah.
And they've never. That was your first time snowboarding?
That was like a second.
Like
That was my second.
time
His first.
snowboarding?
Yeah.
And me and Tyler have snowboarded before, and we were like comfortable, so we were like, hey, let's get on this lift.
Yeah.
And Nap and Alex are like, hey, like we like no black diamonds, like no,
Yeah.
no, bro. The first run, me and Tyler take him straight to the top
You guys in Utah?
in Utah at Brian Head.
Oh, you went to Brian Head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In
We
Brian
were
Head.
we were in one of like the good ones.
Giant steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where me and Tyler were just like, bro, we gotta leave him.
No, for sure.
We gotta leave him.
For sure.
Alex gets down to the bottom of the mountain, bro. His whole body is covered in snow. This fool had to have fell 100 times, and he's just like, nope.
He's not
Nope.
happy.
Bro, I took my shit off.
Fuck that. I'm done.
I
Like,
took
this
my
is
shit out. I
bullshit.
started walking. I almost died.
I've seen that happen.
I was like, man, fuck this shit.
It is hard, and like when I teach people, bro, like I there's a couple things. You teach them how to put their bindings in and skate, so like get to the lift when you're not. Because one thing you don't know about snowboarding is you're not strapped in all the time. Most of the time you're not, in bolts, so you get around. You're only strapped in when you're going down the mountain. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah.
And then getting off the lift, because getting off the lift is intimidating.
Yeah.
And you don't want to fucking
It's
eat shit in
scary.
front of
Yeah.
everybody. It can be. And then after that, like I try to work like how to stop a little bit, and then you got to figure it out on your own.
I'll tell you
Honestly,
something, there was
like-
no coaching. It was,
No.
it was
No,
like
these
this.
dudes
Look,
literally
it was like
just-
this. Put our shit. Okay, we're going down this hill.
We had
Go.
clip-ins,
Bro.
so we were just stepping
Yeah.
in. Boom.
And you know me,
still
bro.
have
I'm
a board?
paranoid.
Is that
Huh?
a board?
I never had a board. I just rented it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we just rented it. But
I
no,
don't
we
go enough
even
to
got
have a
stuck
board.
at one point, bro. It's like literally getting dark.
Yeah.
And we're lost at one
We're
point. We
freaking
didn't
out.
see anybody for like 30
Yeah.
minutes. And we're in straight panic mode. We're gonna get stuck out here.
Like, here
Nobody's
it
gonna
is.
find us. I don't see anybody.
We're brown people in Utah.
Bro,
Right.
Trouble.
And it's us two dummies, you know what I mean? With snowboards. Who else was
And
with
we're
us?
over here arguing. We're waiting to
you
go
and
and
Ant?
shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It was, I don't do all
Dude, I
that.
had a blast. That was a good time.
Yeah,
And
Bunny
I-
Hills.
But what's
calm-
crazy growing up in Townsend, like where I grew up, is that was a yearly school trip twice a year
To go snowboarding.
To go snowboarding.
That
That
is
was
so-
part
so
of this.
fun.
Like, we have
Part of the culture there.
Everyone pay your fee. We're gonna take 2-3 buses up there.
We're gonna
and
rip
go
it all
snowboard.
day. Yeah.
And
it's
the
fun.
nice thing about it is they would actually make us do lessons first.
Okay.
So like the first 2 hours of the day, you got to do the lesson.
Yeah.
Once the lesson's over,
Go.
go.
Get
Yeah.
up out of here.
Be back at 3:00 or be back at 4:00 when the bus is leaving.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I've gone up with some of
sick.
like
That's
the
so sick.
D1 football players I've snowboarded with, and like trying to teach them is like, what the fuck's going on? Like these dudes have no idea, like
None.
Yeah, no, no balance or anything, but they figure it out. You
Bro,
just
there
gotta
was a
keep
time going snowboarding, bro. I literally did probably 3 forward rolls. No, actually, it transferred from a forward roll to a backward roll to a side roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I almost broke
Were
my
you wearing a
fucking
helmet?
back.
Were you wearing a
Yes.
helmet?
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah,
Nicole looked at me. She's like, "No, I'm not getting a helmet." I'm like, "I am."
I-
My first one. Wham!
I need to get a helmet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm
you
starting
gotta
to start
be
pick
safe,
up
safety
speed.
first, then teamwork.
I'm just
Everyone
getting
knows
old.
that.
Yeah,
Right, safety first.
especially if I want to like challenge myself more. But
Jump off.
That's not why.
I've also had like 20 concussions, so like, what's one more? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Hey, well, we got to close this out, bro.
Yeah,
But
let's get
before
out
I
of
get you out of here, you've been through the recruiting process so many times.
Yeah.
Give us 3 key points. If kids want to get recruited to go to college, give me 3 key points. Let's bang it out.
Let's do 1. Obviously, marketing yourself.
Okay.
So, Twitter, being active, sending out emails. That's super important. Sell yourself. No colleges, they're gonna pay for you to go there, and you have to sell yourself. At some point, you have to realize athletically you are a product that needs to be purchased. Correct.
Gotcha.
And so that, and then second thing is getting to the right camps in front of the right people. So the off season, and then in summer, going to a lot of summer camps. So if you have a dreams of playing at UNLV, make sure you go to UNLV summer camp. Introduce you to the coaches, things like that.
Okay.
And then I think most important thing, obviously, is like the little things as far as like grades and signing up for the eligibility center, like having that stuff done early, so you're not rushed if the opportunities do come.
Gotcha.
Right. So just the little stuff like that, and most importantly, I think, and I know this is but just build yourself a team of people that know what they're doing and like-minded people.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you are marketing yourself, but it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
Recruiting is, I would say, 80% of the offers that I negotiate or orchestrate are through personal relationships.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? So build those relationships, and the better character you have, the more relationships you'll make.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Quote
We
that.
appreciate you coming in, my boy.
Yep, love you.
Love you, bro.
Love you, baby.
All right, guys. Well, that's another episode of Shoot Your Shot. Hey, we're going to keep shooting our shot. You shoot yours. We'll see you later.
You gotta make sure you subscribe and all that.
Make sure you subscribe and all that.
Got you, PT.